ṣe máa ní kí ìpìlẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú sì bàjẹ́ lórí ẹ̀dá ni. Wọ́n ní ó wà náà, ó wà níjẹ̀bú bẹ́ẹ̀. Onípamọ́rùlà fún ọ̀nà pamọ́rùlà wà náà, wọ́n kílẹ̀ lólórí wọn. Olúwa ní ìgbà òyìn, olúwa sọ gbogbo yẹn náà ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀, gbogbo yẹn náà ló wà níbẹ̀. Ẹ lè sà, ní stage lẹ́ ń sọ yẹn, ní stage lẹ́ ń sọ, ní Ìjẹ̀bú, Akílẹ̀, Olúwa tó kú orí Mámúrúlà gbogbo Ìjẹ̀bú lánàá, ní Rẹ́mọ, Àkálìkò, gbogbo Rẹ́mọ, Lẹ́gbà, Lákéni, ní Yewa, lórúkọ bàbá yìí, lórúkọ bàbá ti ṣe, ilé àrò ọ̀hán bá lárò, yes, good, gbogbo orúkọ Tẹ́lá, now, state kan gbogbo mẹ́rin yẹn wà, mẹ́rin lánilógún, state kan mẹ́rin yẹn wà, so ẹ lè fi Ìjẹ̀bú ṣe permanent lé ìwọ tó kù lórí ọmọ àárín àmọ́ ìrìn àti rotate ẹ̀ chairmanship campaign ní ilé ológun bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí lọ́yọ̀ọ́ náà àwọn ní àmọ́ ṣàkó àwọn báyìí náà ló wà ní irọ́ ni Sunday. Ẹ̀yọ̀ bá wọ̀ ní àbí àwọn Yorùbá.
Láti ilẹ̀ originally láti ilẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó ń lọ bá Aláàfin rotate chairman wọ́n rotate ẹ̀ rí tọ́mọ̀ pàyẹ̀sẹ̀ sófin yẹn ni òfin yẹn wọ́n sẹ̀ sí ni lọ́sùn kò sẹ́ni tó lè bá Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ rotate chairmanship of Ọba láti gbà tán ti jọ́sọ̀ state ilẹ̀ kò sí ọba tó lẹ́mìí ẹ̀ ó lè sọ pé òun máa rotate ìpẹ́.
Lásìkò àwòjú Aláàfin
ni mo sọ náà
lásìkò àwòjú ẹ̀ chief Aláàfin chief ní Aṣípa ohun ayẹyẹ tí wọ́n ti àwọn respect Aláàfin ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀ndù kọ̀tọ̀ yọ̀ndù àwọn ẹnu kan tó lọ́ndù kó bá dúró bá chief ní Aṣípa wọ́n pa àwọn òrìpa àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ Aṣípa àwọn mìíràn Ọlọ́run ṣe bìkan ọ̀pá
àwọn kan ṣe ń gbé wọ́n rèézì issue yẹn pé àrẹwà
ẹni tó parí ọ̀dà ní sí ìṣó náà ti kú Aláàfin ló kú ọ̀dà yìí ó náà dá ní ìnáwó ló pa ò ọ̀dà ẹ̀wọ̀ àti Aláàfin lọ́jọ́ ju ìrìnà
mẹ́rin náà
wọ́n lọ́ndún pọ̀ wọ́n ju ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ wọ́n ju ọ̀rọ̀.
ìdí wàhálà wà ní pé original ibi tó yọ wà yẹn ilẹ̀ wọn kọ́ from onset wọ́n fún wọn history
náà. Àfọ̀já yìí bí lónà ìṣù ẹni ní ìlú òtò ìṣàjà. Àfọ̀já tú Ọ̀yọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Ọmọ yìí ju Àfọ̀já náà.
Ilẹ̀ ibi tó wà yẹn á tún àwọn bí ìgbà tí ogun lé bàbá èèyàn tọ́mọ wá gba bàbá bá mi ẹ lọ máa wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn bó ṣe wà nìyẹn. Sọ́ọ́rí adé lórí ọ̀wọ́ adé rí ni Aláàfin tó pèsè ẹ̀rí ibi tó ti dádé rí ni ẹ ṣe Aláàfin tó dádé kò hàn dádé. That's true now. No, but kò change narrative wọn pé bàbá èmi kọ́ mo pàtó èmi kọ́ mo sọ.
We will suspend you.
Kábíyèsí o.
Àbílẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ yẹn o. Wọ́n máa bá ní ìṣẹ́ o. Ìfẹ́ ní ìfẹ́ mi dúró. He didn't get me now. He didn't get me now. I'm pointing to him very well. O ti ń tọ́ọ̀ṣì. Forget me. O ti ń tọ́ọ̀ṣì. All he gets. Ọmọ pé ìrètí pé ní ìyàrá ní tọ́ọ̀ṣì.
All right, good morning, viewers. You're welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us this Monday morning. It's a brand new week. Yeah. And I have my respondents at this time this morning, as well as the viewers all across the globe. Femi, you have to be very, very careful with this issue of Alafia for you. I was listening to you behind the camera there. Be very, very careful.
I was just saying some issue.
Yeah, I'm from Oyo State, so be very, very careful.
Oyo State, oh, àwọn aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́ ètò pẹ̀tẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ bá ti wà ẹlẹgbẹrẹ gẹ̀ẹ́sì ó pọ̀ mi ò kí wọn lọ bẹyẹ omi o.
Na me supposed to be king o, so you know. So be very, very careful.
Anyway,
all this Olade Lade Aláàfin Olade.
Aláàfin Lade. Àǹfààní wa pamọ́ ni. Lade Aláàfin.
Make una dey careful. Or else I go seize the benefit wey dey come from abroad.
Aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́ wà bí èsì.
All right, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Yeah, the 22nd, if I'm not making a mistake, right? Yeah. 22nd of September 2025. It's the city stand once again, and I'm Michael Ademo, the anchor of the program. I have the likes of Femi, Gentleman Mike, GMM. Somebody named him GMM. Mr. Yeah, K Baba, K Oblaja has given you another GMM. That's the abbreviation for Gentleman Mike. GMM. He has anglicized your name. All right. OJ, the global analyst is also here, as well as the controversial Kule. How you doing? Good morning.
I'm fine. What a wet day, man. I thank God for life. Thank God for every one of us that see the light of the day today.
All right. And not forgetting Adebayo, the brown that has been relieved of that suspension.
All right, distinguished viewers, good morning. Thank God today is another brand new week, brand new morning. God bless all of you. We love you.
All right, God bless everyone on the platform. God bless the respondents. God bless the viewers of the platform this morning. A brand new week, like I said earlier on, and we have diverse stories to be discussed today. Oluwashina Craig, good morning to you. There's a Chima, the chief himself. Good morning. You're welcome all the way from Italy. Cold day. Oluwashina Craig is watching us from United Kingdom. We say good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us this Monday morning. It is a China. I say China. It is a Chima. And I were discussing in the morning around 5 or 4 o'clock, 4:35 or so. Yeah, talked about the state of the nation. Right. Thank you so much for that. Let me for that word for your take, for your opinion on the state of the nation. I really appreciate that. Udeze Chima, he loves the country. He's not just criticizing the administration. Yeah, of President Bola Tinubu. He loves the country and he wants good for the country. All right. Benja, good morning to you. You're welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. All right, to the comment section. I'm sure Egbona Kingsley, all the way from Madrid, will be there. Let me see if I can have access to the comment section. All right. He's there. Egbona Kingsley is there. Truly. All the way from Madrid is here. And we have additional Abdul. Good morning to you, additional Abdul. You're welcome. Good morning, sir. He's watching us from London. Hey, that's your additional Abdul. You don't say good morning, sir. He's my friend. He's a friend. I know that. All right. Yeah. Okay, our friend, right? Not your friend alone.
Everybody's friend.
City stand friend.
I want to assure you that
no never about stand up for where in there. Be careful. All right, Don Kizzy is also here. Don Kizzy, thank you for joining us this morning. We have Oluwashina Craig, wisdom in the day. Thank you all for joining us this Monday morning. All right, what do we have on board? Tanimola Joseph is also here. I say good morning to you. Tanimola Joseph is a consistent viewer on the platform. It's a wet season, a wet day in the city of Lagos. I don't think this will stop today. All right, Williams Okaneme is also here all the way from United Kingdom. So good morning to you. And to Kende Adawa, Dawa. Thank you so much.
Adawa super.
Hope it's not dealing everyone that is watching us. And you have told people to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for that. Victor from Manchester is also here. All the way from Manchester City or United. Good morning to you, Victor. Thank you for joining us this Monday morning, the 22nd of September 2025. All right, wisdom today. All right, what is saying? Anyone thinking that Nigeria will be good, then the person is demented.
No, I agree with that one.
All right, Nnamdi Nuzi, all the way from Netherlands, is also here with us this morning. Thank you. All right, this is Chima says it's raining in Italy.
Oh my gosh.
We have young Wokoro here with us this morning. Thank you for joining us this Monday morning. Thank you. All right, what do you have on board this morning? Please, don't kill bandits. Grant them amnesty, like Niger Delta militants. Treat them like Niger Delta militants. Should this happen in the same country, we shall be looking at it this morning. He has been a mediator between the federal government and bandits for how many years now? Even in the administration of the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, he was a mediator. And this Tinubu's administration is also mediating. But let us see what will happen at the end of the day. Which means he knows the whereabouts of these bandits. Of course, he knows where they are. He knows their hideout. All right, we shall be looking at it this morning. And the former vice president of the country, he also contested under the platform of People Democratic Party. I'm talking about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Yeah, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon from Philippines. Yeah, thank you for joining us. What's his name? Yeah, you can see it. He's gone. Also, being well, you're welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. All right, like I said earlier, he also contested under the platform of People's Democratic Party in the 2023 presidential election. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He has tagged President Bola Tinubu as a dictator. He said he's a dictator. So he's running a dictatorship administration or government. All right. Why he said that shall be looked into this morning. Also, there are talks about the new Inec chair. Nigerians are expecting new Inec chairman. I think the administration or the tenure of Mahmoud Yusuf ends this month, right? Mahmoud Yakub, yeah. Ends this month, right? If I'm not making a mistake. All right. The great. You said the great Mahmoud. All right. Great. Okay. It's really great. Let's quickly go to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. CEO, God bless you too. God bless all of us, and God bless you too. We appreciate your presence this morning. Nigerian Tribune newspaper. We're taking some stories from its front page. UK, Canada, Australia recognized Palestinian statehood. This is page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. 2026, 10 APC, PDP, ADC aspirants push for party tickets. Oyebanji others face APC screening Tuesday, Wednesday. On to the next one. CBN faces balancing act as calls go for lower interest rates. You can go to page 16 to get this story. On to the next one. AI cannot predict who will go blind years before doctors can. Before doctors scan. This is a study from some individuals. AI cannot predict who will go blind years before doctors can. Army Ladoja emphasized need for unity among Obas in Yoruba land. Ondo NLC demands new minimum wage, writes Aida Tiwada as the governor of Ondo State. Seeks over 250% wage hike for Ondo workers from 73,000 to 256,950 naira. All right, all these stories we look into this morning, but the major stories we have on the platform are that of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who tagged President Bola Tinubu a dictator. Also, expectations from Nigerians as regards new INEC chairman. We don't know the new INEC chairman, but I'm sure some politicians will know. But I know they know the person that is coming in, that is stepping into the shoes of Mahmoud Yakubu. Also, another story we'll be discussing this morning. All right, let me just move into what we have on board. Can I have the first person to be at the stand this morning?
Yes.
Okay, gentleman, Mike and Coach.
Mr. Mayor, I'm saying good morning to our global call of this program. May God bless you and our global viewers all over the world. May God also bless you for your position, for your blessings. May God continue to replenish your pockets. I just remain my simple self as I've already been. I'm not sharing my name. O.J. Olajide is my name. You're most welcome this morning.
All right, I'm taking note of what you just wrote on the platform. The gadget should be covered very well.
Okay. Yeah.
Than OJ, please. The gadget. Who do you think wrote this?
You know this now. Of course, now it won't be. If he read this, it must be him.
What's the problem between you?
I don't have any problem. I think, Mr. Mike, that man should learn to respect people's view. He must not be a dictator. Don't bully anybody. You must be tolerant with other people's opinion. Don't try and dictate. Don't try and that everybody must go the same way that you see things. I'm bound to be to be different from your opinion, and you must respect my opinion for myself, please. As long as not the other thing. But unlike him, he'll be using expensive words, calling you names, and then you must understand people have different opinion, understanding on issues. You must respect their views. That's it. They must not see things the way you see it.
I'm a victim of that.
Yes, they have been taking me all your. You can't imagine bullying your own person like me. And he has not. He can't succeed in doing that. Calling your own race, my own race, Yoruba race. As some derogatory names.
Only God knows where you guys have been dragging it from.
I told you, he's not.
So you dragged it all the way from that place to see this time.
He was not doing that. He wasn't. It's good to.
All right, yes, thank you so much. OJ.
I guess it will be
like you. Gentlemen, welcome to the program this morning.
Good morning, Atiku, my friend. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's quickly check out the report we'll have here this morning. All right. Prominent Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi has warned against jeopardizing ongoing peace agreement between communities in Katsina State and leaders of bandits groups. Gumi, a long-term advocate of dialogue as a pathway to ending banditry, restated his position following recent peace talks in Matazu, Faskari, and Sabua local government areas, where several wanted bandit kingpins were reportedly present. In a post on his Facebook page on Saturday, he urged both government and security agencies to protect the fragile truce, advising that armed groups be treated with the same reintegration approach once adopted for Niger Delta militants. Once adopted for Niger Delta militants. But former senator and rights activist Sheikh Sani has strongly criticized the initiative, arguing that dialogue with notorious bandits only emboldens them.
Yes.
Sani said past peace deals in Katsina and Zamfara collapsed despite interventions from mediators, including, I repeat, including Sheikh Gumi, leaving communities more vulnerable. Bandits who have killed thousands, kidnapped innocent people, and raped women should not be rewarded with dialogue. This is from Sheikh Sani.
I'm in agreement with him. Yes. There are difference between bandits in the northern region and Niger Delta militants. They are two different people. The Niger Delta militants, they are protesting for degradation of their land due to the exploitation of the resources, ethnic resources under the earth. That you are exploiting mineral resources from our land. We are not benefiting from it. We are degrading our land. The fishing which has been the age long operation we known with, we can no longer do it. What are we giving us? What are we getting? A return. That's what caused the unrest in the Niger Delta. There is not the same thing in the north. Mr. Mike, what is Nigeria getting from those parts of the north that will have made them to go into unrest? It's not the same thing. So the treatment they gave to Niger Delta minister deserve it. Nigeria is making money from their land. The citizens of that land, they are not getting benefit from it, and they are destroying the ecological state of their land. They are poor now. But can you say the same thing in the northern part of the country? It's not the same thing. So Sheikh said they should not be given that kind of treatment given to you. I agree with him. What we have in the northern region is that people took up arms against the state because they have agenda of superiority, intention that they must dominate, they must conquer, they must suppress, and I don't blame them. It's just started during it was oil fueled and employed by our former president. Of course, they ask Buhari now, if a president of Nigeria can be saying that he has confidence more in the ethnic tribe of other African countries than his fellow Nigerians. Buhari say is at home more with Fulani of other countries than our fellow Nigerians, Igbo, Yoruba, and the other tribe men in Nigeria. So, of course, he knew how they were bragging, how they were making noise that Nigeria belongs to them. I'm talking about Fulani ethnic nationalism now because we must be straight. You want to complain, you want to be Mr. Mike. To get this matter resolved, we must say the truth about it. One ethnic tribe trying to assume lordship dominance over the rest, and they are pronouncing, they are making it look as if it's entirely their show. It's entirely their show, and that's what gave them the bonus that they thought that thing will continue. Thank God there's a break. So they are fueling dominance, conquest agenda. That's what burdening what they are doing. They are not the same thing with Niger Delta minister. Niger Delta minister were protesting against the degradation of their land as sort of the exploitation of the mineral resources of their land, of which is a sort of money to Nigeria, or which they didn't benefit from it. That's what their president was legitimate. So government has to go into dialogue with them, not with these people who want to contest, who want to conquer and suppress and dominate and oppress the rest people. That's different between two of them. I hope the minister must have gotten my analysis. So I agree with Sheikh Gumi that they should not be dialogue with. There is no basis for them to take up arms against the state because the agenda was sinister. How could you expect to dominate the rest of the country to subdue them? Because one of your assessors has done that at one part of the country before and succeeded. You have to extend it to the whole coverage of the whole country. It's their own agenda. It's different from Niger Delta agenda. Two totally different things. So there should be focus and eliminated from the system. That's it. On Niger Delta that was appeased, that was granted amnesty, they justified it because resources were being taken from their land degraded, nothing for them, they didn't benefit from it. So it's not the same thing with those people in the north.
Gentlemen, Mike, these are people that should face prosecution.
Yes.
And we are negotiating with them. Is this not a sign that the Nigerian government has failed?
Partly, from what we are seeing, it is clear that it seems to me that we may not likely win the war against insurgents, especially in the northern part of the country. We've been on this for a few decades now, and it doesn't look as if government is actually winning the war. And we must be able to tell ourselves the truth. Several of our military bases have been attacked. Consistently so. And ordinarily, attacking or making an attempt to attack a military base should have been a suicide mission. But we have seen these guys do that over and again. That suggests to me that it seems we are not actually winning this war as a nation, and perhaps that is what informed the federal government from looking at other options. Of course, if you are engaging in insurgency anywhere in the world, it is both kinetic and non-kinetic approach. So they are beginning to look at the non-kinetic approach. But unfortunately for me, I think we are doing so from the standpoint of weakness, not from the point of strength. That is the most unfortunate part, in my own view, that we are not doing even the negotiation now from the point of strength, it shows that we seems to be helpless in this case, and that is what is informing the recent negotiation that we are seeing in part of the north. For what Gumi said, you know, we reward criminality in this part of the world, and that is the danger of setting bad precedents. Even if you look at the Niger Delta story that the militants, OJ has captioned, part of it was genuine agitation, while there are elements of criminality even at that time. It is not everything that is okay. Have they transformed the Niger Delta region now as we speak? If that was actually the motive, and they just said to few guys and they become billionaires overnight, and the majority of the people in that axis are still wallowing in abject poverty, and their land has still been degraded and all of that. So the issue of we are trying to fight for our land and all of that was genuine by some people, and while there are elements of criminality and government failed to address the criminality that was within that space. And so when we reward criminality in such a manner that we have done, we turn most of those guys to celebrity overnight, and that is what Gumi is clamoring for. That just the way you turn those that should be criminals into celebrity, I will do so for my guys too. That's what Gumi is asking for now, and it is most unfortunate that our laws have been so left redundant that we cannot enforce the law. There are several laws against banditry and some of these things that we are having. Why are we not taking them through the legal procedures and let them face the laws of our land, and let it set serious warnings to everyone that is planning to even venture into such. Now we are beginning to negotiate from the point of weakness. It seems to be helpless. We can't win. It seems to me, yes, exactly. It seems to me that we are not really. Remember, even the Wari days. Lai Mohammed will come out from time to time and tell us that we have decimated. We have used all kinds of grammar to qualify what the military are doing. We have technically done this. We have decimated Boko Haram. We have neutralized it. We have used all kinds of grammar. But in the real sense of it, these issues are still very paramount, still with us, unfortunately so. So government is beginning to look at other windows to address this matter. But my fear is that this so-called amnesty may not last. These guys are catching out at will, as it were. They are having a field day, as we are seeing. They have a lot of cash with them, both from their foreign partners and the ones they are able to generate within. So when you have such huge industry that is generating such funds from criminality, it's not likely to stop, Michael. It is not likely to stop, except government is really serious about tackling this issue.
All right, Namdi Anusi in the comment section says Gumi was denied entry to Saudi Arabia because of his involvement in terrorism. Yes, Nigeria still take advice from such person. Is Tinubu afraid of him? Is Gumi above law? All right, we move on to Vay Raymond. Do you know how Dutch government is making? Okay, do you know what government is making from minerals as we speak? This is from V. Raymond. Okay, on to the next one, Daniel Awema. Good morning, everyone. Sir Gumi was the one that was standing for or visiting bandits on behalf of government. Now, I even learned his son graduated from the Nigeria Defense Academy. Yeah.
Yes. it belongs to the class of the Northerners that their children can easily be, to get admission to NDA. Maybe take 15 in a whole state, 17 in a whole state. to be one of those 17s, it must be highly connected. So if Gumi's son is one of those few, no, my brother, I remember I took I once aspired to be one of the NDA, cadets. So I knew how serious, how stringent it is to be among the few that will be chosen from your state. So if the son is actually one of the graduates from NDA, just the class of the persons in all that.
But is it fair comparing bandits to Niger Delta militants?
Mr. Mike, I've heard the background now. I see Niger Delta militants, they have even though Mr. Mike, I agree with Mr. Mike that even though why the Niger Delta militants were assessing for their, for reparation or whatever you can call it, for demanding for the justice of the liberation of their land, there are elements of criminality in their agitation. I agree with him. But nobody will take it away from them that they have ground reason, they have genuine reason for agitation. You are exploiting resources from the land of a particular people, and they are not getting return from that resources. And that mineral is the source of income for the whole nation. They have a good ground to agitate. But it's not the same thing with this bandits now. What's Nigeria getting from Zamfara? That's sustaining the whole nation. Mr. Mike, just name it. You don't have it now. But Nigeria means that there's a good reason for them to, even though there could be elements of criminality in some of the agitation. Yes. But I don't know. I can't imagine Gumi comparing the same treatment Nigeria minister got from federal government. It's bandits. I just told you that banditry is driving his energy and resources from the earlier conquests that have been achieved in that part of the country before by a particular tribe that came and conquered a particular region of that part of the country. They are deriving energy and source from that agenda, from that success. That was the foreign land. The last government we had before the present government, he knew how that tribe dominated everything. How they were killing all across the country. They call it farmer headed flashes, which is not a farmer headed flashes. We all know it's their lies. It's a conquest agenda. And they are the dominators. They are boasting to every part of the country that the country belongs to them. It's their land. So these are the things that fuel grounded their confidence to continue in that. And then when they even ask Mr. President, why did you allow borders to be thrown open for foreigners from all over countries to come? He said they will be given visa at the point of entry. Mr. Mike, there are excesses that this government has laid. There's a trap that has laid for these people for them to operate, which is now making it to be very, very difficult for government. So the government of the last regime caused most of this problem. Number one, it created a sense of domination, superiority for a particular tribe over the rest. And by official reason, by official action, you encourage it, you said it. You even almost want to make it a real an official by your program. You remember Uduga? Remember, what was it be? In the 9 days of that government, we are not hearing grazing route from Kano to. So these are landmines that the government of the past has laid down for this particular banditry action that have vested beyond our reasoning. Our measures. So I agree with somebody who says that probably we are not winning, but I don't necessarily agree with that. We are not winning best. We can win it if your country rise up against this, because the enmity is just from one section, from one tribe below. It's not even that's killing them in the north. Islamic. It's not about that's killing them in the north. People killing in the middle belt, they are not even that's killing them in the middle belt. It's not about that's killing them. So there's a particular time response for this. And I've said that the Nigerian locality of that tribe should be summoned, to be called to the state power. Ask them to identify, work with security agencies to know who are these foreign elements of your tribe. You know, this tribe cut across the Nigerian border, extend to other parts of the African country. Governor of Plateau State said these are people from other countries of the Africa who came to Nigeria and be killing. Let this locality, the authority of this tribe in Nigeria, let them work with state government and finish out those foreign elements of their tribe.
If whether the state government or the federal government can negotiate with bandits or terrorists, yes, definitely they know their hideouts.
Of course, now they know them. They know where they are.
Remember the alarm Zamfara State Governor raised
yes.
a few weeks ago.
Yes.
All right, Andrew Gujimi says that if Nigeria is a serious country, none of those terrorists, stroke bandits that attended that meeting supposed to go back unarrested.
Because the elements of those people whom they are, government knows.
If they arrest them, don't you think hundreds or thousands of bandits and terrorists will come back again? They were mad now.
Mr. Mike, the opportunity for them to come has been laid
just
by
like one of the terrorists said, one of the leaders of this bandits said if you kill 10, 20 of us will spring up, will rise up.
Because our president said he's lazy to traveling across other countries.
So he said the best thing for the government to do is to negotiate with them.
But no one has them, but no crisis. Negotiation will not work. It won't work, I'm telling you. Why they say negotiation will not work? It's because until the people radicalize themselves, they change their loyalty to these foreigners who are not Nigerians. Mr. Mike, there's Yoruba in Nigeria, there's Yoruba in Benin Republic. If Yoruba in Nigeria are beginning to now say that they are in alliance, they believe in more Yoruba in Benin Republic than they are foreign Nigerians, we are in a problem. If a Fulani man, who the president is saying is in loyalty to other Fulani that's across other African countries, then it's foreign Nigerians. Then that's where the problem is.
Very unfortunate. Negotiating, dining, and whining with bandits is a serious sign of weakness from the federal government. This is Udizi Chima on this. Nathaniel Abu says the whole thing stopped at Mr. President's table. Does he have the political will to arrest Gumi and bandits? But Tinubu and federal government can show power on Nnamdi Kanu.
Michael, again, we had Niger Delta Development Commission.
NDDC.
Saddled with the responsibility of coming up with programs and infrastructural development of that area. That was part of their primary responsibility. After the insurgency in the north, some element within the northern space began to agitate for a development commission. And as we speak today, we have Northeast Development Commission that has been approved.
Even Northwest.
And including Northwest Development Commission. So we are seeing it as, okay, they got their own, we must get our own kind of arrangement. So if Gumi is asking of the same kind of treatment that you gave your people when they engage in criminality, despite the fact that there are genuine agitators among them, we need the same kind of approach in this matter. He knows what he's talking about, my dear.
All right, away from that, let's go to Atiku Abubakar. The Tinubu's administration, full-blown dictatorship, says Atiku. That's what we have on a daily post here. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has once again criticized the administration of President Bola Tinubu. Atiku made a statement in the post on his verified X handle on Sunday. According to him, the Tinubu-led APC administration poses the greatest risk to Nigeria's democracy since the return of democratic governance. The 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, also alleged that the administration has turned into a full-blown dictatorship. He made the remarks during his solidarity visit to former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai on Sunday. Is Atiku right by saying that Tinubu has become a full-blown dictatorship? Tinubu's government.
If anybody is talking of dictatorship, one of the I'm not saying the worst, one of the worst dictatorship government was one we had of Abubakar Atiku with Obasanjo government. Obasanjo is a brutal dictator president we had. So if he's talking about dictatorship, we also had it under their own government too. Of course, he knew how they terrorized almost every part of the country with the ideology that they must conquer. Of course, you see how Southwest was crossed. Everything was crossed in Southwest. This is not dictatorship. Yes, I'm talking about Atiku. This is not dictatorship. How a whole Southwest was crossed from AD to PDP. It's a crush now. They capture it now. So I don't know the terms and conditions on which the time his accusation of dictatorship was based upon. But if he says president executing his agenda,
he talked about the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State. He talked about suppression, violation of media rights, all of that. So these are examples of what he stated.
Islamic, the issue of emergency rule in Rivers State is not dictatorship. It's provided for in the Constitution of Nigeria that the president can declare a state of emergency. If he was not provided in the Constitution of Nigeria, he couldn't have done that. And I disagree with him to say that emergency was dictatorship, approach. No, it wasn't. Because we're already heading towards a two-state, the dichotomy between Wike and Fubara. Because as by going, if you can even say it, if said not that Mr. President declared state of emergency, Fubara would have been impeached. He said they would have carried the impeachment threat. That policy would have carried through. I mean, yes, Wike said, he said, Mr. President, intervention saved Fubara from impeachment. So, because the way we are going, Fubara was going to court to get order to stop the something. And maybe they've served him, impeachment notice. They will have carried the impeachment through. He will stand in peace. And when he stand in peace, he'll be saying he has a court order. Since the government, those will be saying he has been impeached. That means the two factions will bring their supporters to the streets and they'll be clashes on the street of Rivers State. There'll be bloodshed on the road. To prevent that never to get to that position. Tinubu arrested that situation ahead of that time and proclaimed. So it wasn't a dictatorship. There's provision for it because Fubara, we should not be going to that. Fubara mistakenly missed his step. Anyway, that one's gone. So then the issue of suppression of media rights. I don't know. Media rights. This is citizen in the public space or the city of Nigeria. We are hearing our views. How many times this has come and arrest us? How many times this has trouble you on your phone? Mr. Michael, we know you. Always stand at Obaru. Hearing you. You've been here since January, Mr. Mike. Over more than 1 year, we've been here.
What about repression of protests?
Protests. People who want to protest, government has not said it's not protest. They actually protested. They protested. Many times they went. So we let protest many times. And then they let protest many times. They only try to curtail them. Don't turn protest into riots. There's a difference between protest and riot, Mr. Mike. Don't turn the protest into rioting. That's what the police all just did. But they actually carry placard. We saw them number of times. They protested.
What about disrespect for rule of law?
That's going. That's gotten in every government. No government has respected our laws.
No government has ruled without disrespecting the law.
That one is the common to us. Is what we know of every government in Nigeria. We know
the democratic setting.
It shouldn't be so. But you shouldn't just think that one as if it's just peculiar to Tinubu government. That is the movement of the Nigerian government. Yes, we know that. So even Atiku, when we were in power with Abubakar, we knew how they desecrated, how they rubbish everything. We knew maybe Atiku wanted to be going back to the history. How they remove Fayose, how they remove Ladoja from office. With Babade Dibu in the United States. Yes, I'm reminding Atiku how the dictatorial tendencies they did. How they remove Ladoja in the United States. How they remove Fayose in his state. Why not the yeah, they were dictatorial in their tendencies too. So Atiku should just go back to history. We know their history too when they were in power. That's why I said it's one of the worst dictatorial government. Atiku government was one of the worst. So what he did, he cannot be accused of it. It's worse. Tinubu is even more. I'm not Tinubu campaigner. Tinubu is even more liberal. He's more liberal than Obasanjo and Atiku in government. How many people are arrested and locked up by the PSS? We knew how Obasanjo terrorize people now. We use EFCC under the Badu to terrorize people now. Yes. So we are telling Atiku the worst they did when they were in power. We then remove Niger from state power as governor of the state. What about so people Obasanjo declare many actions that are more dictatorial in government.
What about his policies?
Obasanjo good. how many students the person agree with? How many did he implement? There was one national the way he was president. So I think we should go to the area of Victoria. They are worse dictator in government than Tinubu is still liberal to some extent than them.
So he has respect for rule of
law.
Yeah,
than Atiku Abubakar government. I've just mentioned 2 examples of what they did now. I knew how EFCC Yubadu was.
I'm still coming back to you. Gentleman Mike, is it true that Tinubu is running a dictatorship government? And if truly is doing that or is running that kind of government, can democracy survive with his style of governance? Is it possible for democracy to survive with the way it governs the country?
Yeah, I think this position is not correct in total in terms of categorically saying Bola Tinubu is running a dictatorial government. I don't think that is the true picture of things. However, there are elements or tendencies for this current administration to suppress free speech, which has been fought, especially by some civil society organizations and affiliates, to ensure that this kind of attitude doesn't stand. They came up with a hate speech bill sometimes ago. I'm not sure if it is this present administration, which is still ongoing. There are this particular administration is talking about cyber crime acts, something like that, and they are pushing some free speech. People that have come out to express their view, some of them have been arrested and tried under that cyber. If you listen to he has speaking against that particular bill, that is part of his objective is to suppress free speech, and in a democracy, free speech is part of what we must uphold, as long as it is done within the confines of the law. So I am an advocate of responsible journalism. I am an advocate of free speech that is done within the law, within the ambit of the law. You cannot just come out and make a statement or allege and I give an accusation that you cannot substantiate. I am against that. So there is that tendency, to put it straight, the tendency to try to suppress, as OJ submitted. That is not peculiar to this administration. We've always had that. Government don't want people to talk against whatever they are doing and all of that. They term them, they label them as if they are anti-government and all of that. So that tendency try to also rise up in this current administration, but it's being also confronted by CSOs, by civil society organizations, and some other agencies and all of that. So the tendency is there, but I cannot categorically say this administration is dictatorial, but we have some of those tendencies which is being confronted by them.
All right, to the comment section, Tinubu is just a figurehead president. Which president in this worldwide will be bonding and initiating idea with bandits? This is William Okameme. On this, we have Udeze Chima saying, Mr. Olajide, Obasanjo and Atiku's administration is far better than what we have now in Nigeria. Okay. All right, Nathan says Olajide is not true. Tinubu has reduced Nigerians to beggars. Life, then freedom, then is better than now. Udeze Chima goes on. You are not saying the truth. Tinubu is the most undemocratic president Nigeria has ever witnessed under democracy. Okay. On to the next one, David Okafor. I am Tudu Okafor saying that Olajide is not a serious person. Why did you say Olajide is not a serious person? Let us know in the comment section. Antonio Abu says, under Obasanjo, labor union, civil societies criticized Obasanjo. How many of them were arrested? Under Tinubu, how can you protest and go home freely? Anthony Dirichukwu, to be honest, I have lost interest and hope in this unity called Nigeria. The worst thing that can ever happen to have Nigeria is to believe that this unity by force to keep Nigeria one will work. All right. What do you have to say? Is there anything?
The man who said, the man questioned somebody who said, I don't take it serious. Maybe I'm sure it may not be somebody else than the person I know who is saying, hey, I'm not serious. Anyway, what happens is that everybody has his own opinion on how things. I just quoted that under Obasisan and Atiku administration, there are a lot of tendencies that are dictatorial in their action. I said Ladija was removed with how many votes? By one vote, Ladija was removed as state governor. Why you say how was he removed? There are tendencies of this government to when they were in power that pointed that they are highly dictatorial. So if you are forgetting how you ruled, we are reminding you that while you are in power, this is what you also did. So to now becoming the base of a kettle, a black, if a post say kettle, your base is black. What about the post itself? So, but I'm still just letting us. Tinubu in government, this government has not been too dictatorial like some other governments. I'm entitled to my own view. You have the right to disagree with me. Then don't use the regular word. I know who the person could be. I know I don't need to better say, but it's the same time I'm telling you, learn to be tolerant with other people's view. People must not see the things when you see it. You must see your own perspective. This is my own view. I'm entitled to it. Please respect me for it. I respect those who said they agree with me. Mr. Mani, I agree with them. I respect their views. But don't tell me I want to see things when you see it doesn't happen that way. Learn to be tolerant with people. Don't dominate anybody.
All right, another topic on board this morning on 2027 APC opposition list expectations for the next Inec chair. As the 2027 general election approaches, the All Progressives Congress, People's Democratic Party, and African Democratic Congress have outlined the key expectations for the incoming chairman of the Inec, emphasizing credibility, neutrality, and commitment to democratic principles. Now, away from there, still have more stories. So can we ever have a true INEC? Can we have a credible INEC? Is it possible to have it?
Yeah. Mr. Mike,
or the presidency will still have influence over that institution?
Mr. Mike, you have asked a very, very sensitive question. You put somebody that will let me use that in Yoruba land. I mean, let me interpret that in English. You put someone that will turn the table against you. He won't do it. The president, Nigerian president, will not do that. You expect Mr. Tinubu to bring Alex Sharma that will turn the table against him. He will bring a loyalist that will work in his favor. That's it. That's the system. That's the truth. I'm not having any hope in the new president that's coming. The president that will come will be a president that will do the bidding of Mr. President, that will work in favor of what Mr. President wants. So the electoral system will not give us our expected result of the election we cast at the polling booth. Get it that
so we shouldn't expect
I'm not the same myself. I will only go and cast my vote.
Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Mr. Mike, yeah, I won't deceive myself. What will happen is that I will go and do my vote. I will cast my vote as instead of me. Then the man that will sit at the annual table, I'm not expecting him to do the justice to my vote, because he won't do it. He won't do it. The man who's bringing him, we must make sure I bring somebody that will do his bidding, that will work in his favor and his interest.
Gentlemen, can we ever have a truly neutral INEC chairman? Is it possible for you to have it?
It is possible if we choose to, but as what they said, the level of desperation of our politicians will not make that happen. He that plays the piper dictates the tune.
Yes.
The structure of our INEC at the moment is not independent as it ought to be. We have the president fully in charge of who goes in there, and you are not likely to work against the president as it were. So unfortunately, our INEC is not truly independent, and until that happens, we may still need to struggle with our elections.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes. OJ, good. I really appreciate it. All right, Mr. Femi, you're welcome to the program. You're welcome as well.
Yeah, Mike, good to have us again. It's a wet day, actually. I'm soaked already, but we have to do that for our country to have a better way out.
All right, can we have a true Inec, a neutral Inec, an independent institution with the ruling All Progressive Congress in power?
Yeah, not only with all progressive government now, it's not only peculiar to them alone. You could see who will dictate, who will blow the piper, dictate the tune. That was the agenda that really happened under the previous government. I'm talking of the likes of the Obasanjo time. You remember the Obasanjo and Nuhu part 1 that they had then, when Nuhu was INEC commissioner, and it was just it was distributing votes for Obasanjo party then, that which was what's it called? This same party that are going to disarray, and they came back. And I think PDP. You see, it was who was so loyal. He was so loyal, 100% loyal to the president in power then, which was Obasanjo, and he was dictating the tune. Obasanjo was dictating the tune for who, and the only INEC commissioner I've ever seen that have done a great job is this man from the southeast there. Not Morrissey. No, not Morrissey. This one is a well-recognized person. Even when he was under the threat of guns, it did not. I think Uwosu, yes, Uwosu. I mean, those are the umpire that, right? Yeah, that's the only umpire I've ever seen that walked the chalk of that real seat, or the seat of that umpire seat. That any other one that you see that the government, the president on the seat will appoint, they have to dance to the tune of the president, and that is why we need to do the electoral reform, and we need to do the constitutional reform.
Is the president ready to do that?
Yeah, he should be ready. Mr. President should be ready to get that done
for electoral reform.
For electoral reform and the constitutional, amendment. Yes, the amendment stroke reform, anyone they can do, just for us to have a guideline that will guide everybody that is coming to power, and to do the needful. But I think Mr. President is trending towards that.
Femi, can the appointment of an INEC chairman be left solely to the president?
That's what we are witnessing now. The appointment of INEC chairman. You see, when some people say Nigeria president is, one of most powerful presidents in the world, they know what they are talking about, because almost every power is in the hand of Mr. President. If we have a very corrupt president, the judiciary will be in his hand, the legislature will be in his hand, INEC, almost all institutions, they are in the hand of
under his control.
Yeah, be under his control, because it's Mr. President that will appoint Chief Justice. He will be the one that will appoint INEC chairman. Even when we now have the greatest of the greatest Maradona, he makes sure that it's not like Buhari that is I belong to nobody, I don't know how he supposed to make that statement, and he makes Araki to emerge from back door. Tinubu decided who will be Senate president, and we have seen the result. Nothing past 2 hours of Senate that from presidency that the House of Senate will reject. That is the truth of the matter. So the same thing likewise goes to INEC chairman, and you see that appointment of INEC chairman is one of the biggest joker of Mr. President, because Mr. President is looking at the North Central now, and if you still go and look at the body language of North Central want to detach themselves from the major North. They even say they are not part of. Why are they calling them North? I read one write-up recently where they say, we don't know why they are even calling them North Central. There shouldn't be any North relating when they want to describe themselves. Why not? They are middle belt, so why they are middle belt? So why calling us North Central? So Tinubu know this game, and he has been playing it for a very long time. He's using the North Central to checkmate the North, and without the strength of North Central, if the whole strength of North Central leave North, back of North, they will be powerless. That's the truth of the matter. One of the areas that made Buhari to be failing consecutively was because we couldn't get North Central and the Southwest here. So immediately Buhari was able to get North Central and Southwest here. The next is the story for Jonathan that time. So, and I think Mr. President is looking towards North Central, where he will pick Inec chairman, and that place has been a danger zone for the north for several times because Tinubu are using that place as a joker to checkmate them. When they want to pick Odulari, he went to that place and they this name doesn't sound like a northerner. Now this is a Yoruba man. He's talking not a north. What are you talking about? So and I think the same game he's going to play. Maybe go to Plateau or go to Taraba and pick somebody there, and they will cry in that place and say, okay, what are you talking about? Is Taraba not part of north? It's a north central. So it's a game, this thing is like we plant something in a fertile land. Nigeria is a fertile land for a corrupt leader because our constitution, our system give chance, a lot of chance for anybody that is corrupt to perpetrate their evil. Very, very unfortunate.
All right, away from that, Tinubu's administration, full-blown dictatorship, says Atiku. Is he really a dictator? Is Tinubu a dictator? And between Atiku and Tinubu, who poses greater risk to Nigeria's democracy?
I think before I go
considering the antecedents of the former Vice President.
Mike, sorry, before I go into to answer the question, my condolence goes to the citizens of the Benue that has been massacred, a lot of killings there, and my condolence go to the military that lost their lives too, because as it is, I don't know what is happening in Benue. That is every time Benue, and it has really snowballed into Taraba now. But I think the general of the general that is in that state, they ought to have been able to fix their state up and know the intelligence, have a lot of intelligence report about that place, because the killing there is more or less severe killing. Condolence to the death and the survivor. Just get well soon. And I can say, as you said, the question, sir, you asked me that.
I said Atiku says the administration of President Bola Tinubu full-blown dictatorship. Yeah. So I'm asking you now, that is Tinubu a dictator? Is he really a dictator? And between Atiku and Tinubu, who poses greater risk to Nigeria's democracy?
I think it's
looking at the antecedents of the former Vice President.
It has really shown to us. Nobody even needs to go into the archive before we can know that Mr. Atiku Abubakar Atiku was more or less a dictatorship. He operated a dictatorship agenda under Mr. President. How did I come to that? You could see the Alhaji Atiku consulted Nigerians when he went on selling our what's it called? Our refinery in Nepal, and he later bought it, for himself. I'm talking of the Nepal, and which Buhari reversed back not too long before during his government, during Buhari government, he reverted it back. So Alhaji Atiku cannot even be talking about somebody is a dictatorship. So there is operating a dictatorship. I'll say that. And I can say wholeheartedly, like Mr. Atiku Abubakar is just looking for all ways to be able to, pull crowd into his own ADC, or what's it called, and he's ready to do anything that he can use to malign the president. And I think, as it is, Mr. Atiku should be tired. He has to have been, rested. He has to have just go on retirement in politics, because there's no relevance. He has no relevance again in politics. And I can tell you heartedly, the way he has been contesting, every time he contested, he always been a loser. So what do you expect? He has it's his right to call Mr. President any name or the dictatorship or anything, but he himself, who he is. I think if you want to know who Mr. Atiku is, go to the Minister for Aviation and get a lot of secrets of Mr. Atiku, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. And I can tell you heartedly, it's a dirty serene they have now. Politics is a dirty game, so they can call themselves any name as it is. If you don't want to get any bad name, just don't join politics. And it's a lumber, and it's a what's it called? They are trained to themselves. I can tell you heartedly, the more dirty politics these people are, the more engaging, they will be engaging themselves.
Femi, would you say it is the most authoritarian since 1999?
I don't agree with that. Or if you say Tinubu has tendency of dictatorial, I agree with that one. But I think at this moment, both Atiku and Erufai, they are both having what I call Bolaphobia. Yes, they are both.
Bolaphobia.
Yes, they are now suffering from what I can call Bolaphobia. But when you look at this Erufai also said about this Tinubu is now becoming dictatorial. I think Tinubu will later become Pobia before he become Pobia of Cameroon. Because they were afraid of him that this Oga, he has House of Assembly in his hand, and everybody saw what Obasanjo wanted to do. That Obasanjo wanted to run for third term until some people came. But because the way Tinubu is trying to do everything and is making sure that he's doing it. He passed through House of Assembly. The House of Assembly is his passage. He can pass there any moment. So they are afraid of, even if he try to introduce any obnoxious law, bill in the House of Assembly, it may escape through. They may not be able to control it. I think they are afraid of that one. But that Tinubu don't have any tendency of dictatorial, I will not agree with that. He has tendency, but he's not a full-blown dictator. There's nothing like that in the administration of President Bola Tinubu.
All right, let's move back to the comment section and see what our esteemed viewers are saying there. I am Tudoka for saying that the Fulani people are conquering Benue State the same way these Fulani Janjaweeds used in conquering Kwara State. All right, on to the next one. Eze is saying, Mr. Man, go and sit down. Atiku is far better than Tinubu. All right, on to the next one. Atiku is a saint compared to Tinubu. This is coming from Udeze Chima.
They are the one that they are Nigerians and they can mark from any angle they want to mark. So if Atiku is an angel, well, to them, Atiku may be angel, but between both of them, I don't see anyone. None of them is angel. Both Atiku and Tinubu, they are all, politicians, and they are the one that put us in this place. If anybody can call Atiku angel from the days of, because you want to condemn Tinubu, you call Atiku angel from the days of custom. Everybody knows the story of Atiku from the days of custom up to the in the case of Vice President. I'm not the one that writes book for Baba in the his book, how he described how Atiku lack integrity, that Atiku can, and he show in his behavior that anything called integrity Atiku don't have to, that he can change any moment if with a little pressure Atiku can change somebody that condemned the death of Deborah. And because some people say -1 of your vote in 2013 and deleted the message, and that one has suddenly become an angel because you want to condemn Tinubu. No problem. Atiku is angel, and I wish that person to vote for Atiku in 2027. If God would allow him to rule, then we will see his angelic performance if he become Nigeria president. If Atiku will be so sincere and verified, what do they have to say about what Sheikh Gumi is saying? Do you listen to them? Do they come out to come and condemn what Sheikh Gumi is saying? What is their stand about what Sheikh Gumi is saying? Because Erufai recently came out, he said it was Tinubu and the APC government that are bankrolling bandits. And now the bandits, and Sheikh Gumi has now come out that they should give them the kind of treatment they give to Niger Delta. And if they give them, what does that mean? That means they are going to roll out money, they are going to give them meat, and this is not the first time Sheikh Gumi have been saying that. What was their response towards that belief? Is it good to be rewarding criminals?
No.
Now, if Atiku, yes, now let Atiku and
bring lasting peace. There can agreement between federal government and bandits bring lasting peace to the country. Is it possible?
Gumi is
negotiation.
Mike. Gumi is sympathizing with these bandits. Gumi, retired Colonel Gumi, right, is sympathizing with these bandits. And why am I saying that? For Gumi to be comparing the Niger Delta issues, which people or non-state actors get into their oil field and deregulate, disturbing their oil field and diminishing their oil field, and you want them not to, rise up and protect their land. Where everyone that happens to be the Canary, I just don't want to, I'm trying to mind my word. So the Canary go into that oil field and a lot of oil wealth belongs to the non-state actors in that area. A lot of oil wealth belongs to the generals of the generals in this world, and they left them impoverished. And you think you can compare the issues that happen in Niger Delta with these bandits, this same bandit that the Malami told us that you know the Attorney General then, that he told us that okay, he has captured some of the sponsors of the bandits of this Boko Haram or this charlatan that are disturbing the peace of the nations, and they will soon go on trial. And what shocked me was when Malami said they will go on closed trial, not open trial. They will go on, closed trial. And what happens is that we never heard anything. So that is why Mr. President needs to call out Malami that how about those sponsors of this Boko Haram or these bandits that you say you capture them in Dubai. So where are the cases now? Bring the case file. Let us revisit the case file. And those are the things I'm expecting from Mr. President likewise. And I can tell you heartedly, these people, they know what they are doing, right? They know what they are. It's an agenda. It's a conquest agenda. And I can tell you heartedly, the Gumi himself, being a retired colonel, doesn't make him to be above the law. He has to be invited and questioned by DSS. DSS, if it is a normal crime, man, he should have been answering, what he knows about this Fulani terrorists that are terrorizing everybody all around. And if you see when these people operate, they don't even, they don't spare anybody in their serial killing. And, the way it is now, once they are in Benue now, they can get to Kogi any moment. But I pity the Kogians. I pity them, because they got it wrong from onset. And the romance they've had with the Kogians, the romance they have with the Benue is what is manifesting, and it's what they are embarking on now. Because these are not the people you can accommodate. How many of them, even it happens in the Barapa axis of Ibadan, your state, because Makinde slept in slumber too. The Mr. President, Mr. Governor there, we've been saying it. Stop all this supporting of these people. You profile them, and that was what Igboho saw, and Igboho took into action. And even the governor then was not even supporting Igboho. The hunter now turned to hunted. It's just uncalled for that we are not really proactive to know what is going on in our domain.
All right, on to the next one. Nathaniel Abu says Femi blamed Tinubu over Gumi's comment. The whole thing stopped at Tinubu's table. The whole thing stopped at Tinubu's table.
I said, what is Atiku's? This is not the first time Gumi said this, at all. This statement is not. Gumi not just once, not twice, not this, just this administration. I said, what is the disposition of Atiku towards that belief? That is, it's just a simple question. Towards that belief, the angel Atiku. Oh, what is his disposition towards what? Okay, when this senator see that what he's saying is not right, he came out and he talked, said what you are saying is not correct. What is Atiku disposition towards it? What is El-Rufai, disposition towards what Sheikh Gumi is saying? So what I'm trying to say is this: these people, we know them. Tinubu is not good. Likewise, you cannot. I will not stand there and you'll be saying Atiku is an angel. It's not an angel. They all have this idea of dominance. If not, I'm telling you, if not, Atiku will not contest in 2023. He will have respect that a Fulani man is going. Then I want to come in. What will become of Nigeria? A Fulani country, 16 years, straightforward. And that is why I say I will not support Atiku. You cannot have Fulani in a straight way. And what can Atiku offer us? That is the truth of the matter. I'm still asking, what can Atiku offer us that will take Nigeria to Eldorado? I still don't know. I still don't know what Atiku can offer us. If Atiku come in, will he not scrapple subsidy, payment of subsidy? Do you know what subsidy means? Some people thought because Tinubu removed subsidy, maybe we are getting more sales or subsidy has been payment of subsidy has been threatening our finances. Do you know what percentage payment of subsidy is dropping in our budget. Go and listen to the word of Obi. Obi said, am I crazy that I'll be borrowing like 3.something trillion to pay subsidy? I can't do that. Obi said it. I heard it clearly. So what is he talking about? Although there are some brilliant suggestions that that Atiku brought the other time in 2019, and I said I prefer a smart chief Atiku to a dormant angel Buhari that time. I said so because Atiku suggested that we should sell some of this refinery that are and I supported him on that one. I supported him because when they are not functioning the way we expect it. So if they will sell it and make it work, I see it as a brilliant idea, but Atiku is not an angel.
All right, Anthem says Atiku on a private. Can I still say it? Okay, let me move down to another. Gumi has been saying these things, yet Atiku and Obi are with him. Anyone who calls Atiku an angel should be ignored forever.
Amen. They
don't mean well for Nigeria. All right, to move on. Ude Chima, for your information, Nigerian politicians are all the same. There should have people everywhere. GOA says you have a sitting president, Tinubu, and asking about this position. This for me, guys.
I said this is not the first time. Gumi says we have President Tinubu. Yes, Tinubu is not the first president. Tinubu was just a president for 2 years. And said Gumi have been saying this for a long time ago. What was Atiku disposition? Don't I have right to say that one?
All right, I move down to another person here. There's a Chima. I think you should go back to school to understand the bullying. Okay. I think he's referring to somebody. He's talking to someone here. All right, Abnan says Atiku on private jets with Gumi. Obi also with Gumi. This makes them an automatic no for Middle Belt and North Central. Anyone who calls Gumi an angel does not mean well for Nigeria.
Yeah, pardon me, Mike, to even say about Alhaji Atiku, right? Abubakar Atiku, they say charity begins at home. Can the charity of Alhaji Atiku begins at home when they've dethroned him from the title they gave to him? And the charity of Ashiwaji is beginning at home already because Ashiwaji is having like 2 million votes as it is. If not being added up now, as of the moment I'm talking of, 2 million is on ground already for the Southwest alone. And a lot of votes is coming up in which people have really, getting their loyalty, is getting people's loyalty. And I can tell you outwardly, the president is good to go with our brother from the north that understand the game of politics. I think the president is around. He's not really relenting. Bring is your friend. Mr. President is your friend. Don't just turn an enemy to Mr. President. And our brothers that are standing on the fence likewise, please jump down from the fence and try and support the president, because all this we are witnessing now. If you have a one vote, one voice, which is the South coalitions, I think we are free to free ourselves from all these bandits that are terrorizing the nation.
I will not ask anybody to support Mr. President because I'm not supporting him for second time. So if you like support President,
support.
But my point is this: somebody that is doing his own private university, while Nigeria University is on strike, it's not deserved to be called an angel. Simple as simple.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I really appreciate
Thank you for
having me. Good morning. Adebayo, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
All right. Oh, yes.
Yes.
What can we do with negotiations of people threatening our lives, people killing us on daily basis? Is that right? These are criminals in the society.
They are not criminals.
They're not criminals.
Yes. They are not criminals. If you can tell ourselves the truth, they are not criminals. We are just pretending.
These are outlawed people.
Okay, we are just pretending. Nigerians are pretenders. Yes, they are just pretenders. What does it take you to speak the truth? What does it take you to just speak a very clear truth? If you go back and check very well, with revelations coming up, now some of these people you are looking at today, when the issue of Sharia came up, when Obasanjo was president,
the issue of Muhammad Yusuf, how it began, and how they deliberately brought these people into Nigeria. They are talking about which kind of negotiation? They are making mockery of themselves. Nigerians keep on pretending. Nigerians, they pretend a lot because you feel that it is my brother that is there. You cannot simply utter the truth. Say the truth. What happened? And people who brought these people in Nigeria are still telling you today that they are the one. Yeah, you say they are who told they are criminals? Arm them.
Treat them like Niger Delta militants. That's what
is going to happen in October 7. That's when you know who is honest in this country.
October 7.
Yeah, October 1st, sorry. October 1st.
Oh.
The Hausa youths are leading a protest against Bola Tinubu to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because they said he is innocent.
Hausas leading
I say Hausa youths.
Don't you see this as propaganda?
Yeah, let it be propaganda, but it's there. Let it be propaganda.
Is it in the conventional
yes,
media?
let it be propaganda, but
yes,
it's there.
Is it in the conventional media?
Yes, until it's being reported in the conventional media. But anybody that is versed with what is happening on ground knows that these people you brought, how did they conquer the Hausa land? Is it not this way? They don't get boss, they don't get Oga, they don't get people they finance them. We are here and they told you clearly that we brought them to remove Jonathan. You said they are criminals. What made them criminals? They are not criminals. They are working for their people.
These guys know where they are.
Mike, I mean the government. Mike, you are still saying where I stand. Let them.
They know their eyes.
Yes, APC brought them. APC government. Bola Tinubu was part of it.
Bola
Tinubu was part of it.
Bandits.
He want to tell us he doesn't know when he was bringing Buhari. He doesn't know who Buhari is. When the affair was coming to him, he doesn't know who they are. When Buhari said the blood of Babu and this and that, he doesn't know. Are you telling me? If you are denying it now, Mike, if Bola Tinubu is denying it, why is Gawa celebrating this deal after thousands and millions of Nigerians have been murdered? That's what you people call politics now. That's why you say it's politics. That's the kind of politics you play. If you know, go and do it. Without that is bullshit. You face the consequences. Can anybody come up boldly and say yes, no? Because you are finding it very difficult to stop them because you are part of them. You saw the gang up against Jonathan when Jonathan brought in Ejirika. You saw the response that came from the north, came from the southern of Sokoto, came from Buhari, came from Erufai, came from Atiku, came from all these elements, Arab Yorubas. And Jonathan, I wouldn't say unknowingly, maybe he's just regretting his actions now. Disarm Ejirika. Nobody should condemn Boko Haram. That is what the Sultan of Sokoto. Nobody should condemn them.
And you don't think the peace deals can solve?
Oga, I'm telling you, Mike, there's nothing that is going to be solved. We have. Do you know, bro? Are you talking about peace deal with just one sect, or are you talking peace deal that has? All these guys have different orientation.
Let's solve one.
Okay, this one cannot be solved. Immediately they signed that peace deal, you know how many people that were killed the same day? How many people that were killed the same day? We are pretending. I know what is their target already.
How does it feel granting criminals or terrorists amnesty?
But the governor said, no, there's no peace deal. I cannot negotiate with them. Cannot happen. Flag them, no. Yes, let us give them money. And that's why they are saying, how come that you are giving people who are killing Nigerians on a daily basis? And somebody that said no to this conquest, you went to Finland, you brought Finland people, they had them on it.
Are you sure the Nigerian government
Mike, did you hear
the issue of Simon Efa?
What happened to the ambassador, Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Sinakana? Did you listen to her? Did you listen to her statement?
Did she tell you that the Nigerian government
did you listen to her statement? Did you listen to her statement? How many petitions that came from Christopher Musa? What was Christopher Musa saying about Simon Epa? How come the Finnish government are having more contracts in oil and gas industry?
Are you justifying what?
No, you just don't. What did Simon Epa do? What did he do?
Are you backing him? Are you
no, tell me what he did. There is a terrible reservation against the Igbo nation. Yes. I can say it over. Mike, even when this manipulation started, I've been telling you, you will go through the corner. Yes, through the other side. There are no go areas. Look at it. Boko Haram, jihadists are in the southeast now, killing people. This man from Yoruba land, Akintoye, Professor Banji Akintoye, 29,000 Yorubas has been killed by these people. Another person is saying all the Westerners must produce. There will be no Christian governor in Southwest. They will not believe you. That's why I told you that Bola Tinubu, Buhari, all of them, they failed. 88. They say, General, he's going to stop this and that. He's going to stop. He said, General, people were campaigning for Buhari here. General, after 8 years. Who did he generalize?
I don't think the incumbent president will perform better.
Okay, let us hope that he improves. Let us hope that improves. Like Tony Braxton will say, it wasn't man enough. We shouldn't be seeing that kind of calamity. Where under your nose, people are coming out. You are seeing Nigeria. Oh, do you know what is called Nigerian military? You dare not! Nigerian military are following jihadists up and down. They are now telling them what to do and how to go about it. I'm happy. One of the learned Yoruba man there called for Gumi arrest. Well, who is going to arrest Gumi? But if it's an Igbo man, hey, this gang will fly. Go, Nigerian military, everybody, go! The highly militarized zone in Nigeria now in Southeast. But me, I know that a day will come. A day will come.
This has been a mediator between the federal government and terrorists. Don't you think he's trying to, bring peace to the country? Don't you think Gumi is trying to create an atmosphere for peace?
How many sects? Mike, how many jihadist sects do we have in Nigeria? How many? And more are still coming. And which of the sects does Sheikh Gumi represent? And who represent those shares? I think there was a revelation by either Saudi government or one of the international agencies that published names of people sponsoring. What happened? The names are there now. How happened? They said the government know who they are. If you are not part, take action now. Bola Tinubu should take action. I had told you, say you know about them, you know them, and I make Bola Tinubu take action. Let us see. Like I'm telling you, without any reservation, it's a very clear thing. And that's why I say they are not criminals. They are working for their money and they are working with a plan. The movement has been commercialized. You understand what I'm saying? So they have a structure whereby at every year, at every moment, a certain amount of money is being budgeted for conquest. You can see the video. One person was saying Zamfara. They have collected 2 billion to destroy Zamfara. How many billion to destroy Benue? How many billion to come to Enugu? How many billion to come to Port Harcourt?
I'm coming back. Adebayo, are we supposed to be negotiating with terrorists or get them prosecuted?
I think in this point, the earlier the better the Mr. President should stand on his feet and take his leadership decision. Taking his leadership decision in the sense that what is good for the Uganda is good for the gender. You can see the issue of Samuel Ekpa. You know, the way his case is being addressed. And thank God the judgment was not being passed in Nigeria. You know, we have witnessed that the judgment was being passed not in Nigeria, in Finland. You know, so I don't think there's any sabotage. They have sabotaged anything over the judgment of Samuel Ekpa. And compared to whosoever his name has been brought to book as a terrorist, you know, against this country, like the Boko Haram.
Why is there delay in prosecuting them? Why?
You know, there are some
if state governors or state governments can be negotiating with them, what is stopping the government from prosecuting them?
I think not just the government alone at this point. I'm saying the entire Nigerians, we just need to stand up and
what's the business of Nigerians with negotiating with terrorists?
No, not that Nigerians are negotiating with the terrorists, but we've seen that someone like Gumi now.
Are Nigerians meant to protect themselves?
Definitely no.
Or the government?
No, I'm coming. Nigerians, we are meant to protect ourselves by doing what? By protesting and by voicing out. Because by now,
voiced out on many occasions. Several times we voiced out.
No, we cannot stop. We have to still continue voicing out. By now, I think someone like Gumi now, the entire DSS, the Nigerian security sector need to focus attention on him. The Mr. President need to up his feet, focus and begin to read meaning to every of his footstep and his action. You know, because for no reason, I don't expect what Gumi, what he's claiming to be or what he's presenting himself to be in Nigeria. You know, like I made mention of Samuel Ekpa, we witnessed how his matter has been addressed, and Inec. And I want everybody to understand something, that we are all citizens of this country, we are all Nigeria, and they should not just compare the crisis of Niger Delta to the one of Boko Haram and what is it called?
All right.
I'm coming. Sorry for cutting you. I'm sorry. Right. The handcuff. Right. Compared to the other terrorist group as well. The issue in Niger Delta is a different thing. They are equally fighting for their rights as a citizen of that very state, you know, which they have one of the largest resources that Nigerians have benefited so much, and they cannot plant any fruit in their land there. And the federal government, I think, then they have not done enough according to the protest of the citizens in Niger Delta.
On to the next one. Let's see what our viewers are saying. All right, Mike, with all your education, you still believe Simon Ekpa committed a crime? Which country gave so-called terrorists 6 years jail time? Nigeria, na cry just they begin.
Definitely, it's something that you and I know. You know, we all know what Samuel Ekpa what he committed in Nigeria.
All that wisdom you say is Nigeria youth should go out for a bloody revolution and stop complaining. We have Anthony Atiku saying that another Janjaweed talking. Oh, sorry about that. Who is Janjaweed? I think I am the Janjaweed here. All right, on to the next one. That Niger boy, dash. Move down to Sofabiodun. Frankly speaking, there is no evidence against Sheikh Gumi.
Okay, beautiful. What is the evidence? There's no evidence, and that's the correct thing. That is it. And someone who came from that particular angle and tells you that the Boko Haram is an arms wing of the North. You know what does that mean? The Fulani arms wing. And there's another organization they call the Mighty Allah. And anytime there's this move, they will tell you, because who is not afraid to tell the Sultan of Sokoto to make a categorical statement saying your time is up? If citizens are being killed by people within the cities, within the nation, and the government are not able to say anything, but imagine, Mike, I'm telling you, he has never said, I condemn what is happening in Benue. Even when Tinubu went to Benue, we saw the kind of, festival behind the scene where they were drinking their champagne, where 200 people had died. He didn't even go to that place. They went to a particular place and do their ceremony and leave. Mazim Nandekano, who is going to hold him responsible? Yes, we pretend that how many Christians have been killed by these people. But I asked you a question some time ago. Why is the northern part of the country bringing arms to the south, and the south are not taking arms to the north? It's a very, you don't need anybody to tell you what is going on. Why are we here on this unfortunate south, and we are watched because of bigotry and a certain group connect with other people? They bring arms. They say political conquest. Yes, they brought it now. They are removing governors anyhow, planting whatever they want to plant. And Nigerians are hailing it, say it is democracy. That's how democracy should be. Yes, it's the fact. What you are doing, you are busy creating disintegration, splitting, causing, bringing fire on the fabrics of unity in this country. But the day it will ignite, you know what Obasanjo called it? Time bomb.
Honestly, don't you think in a situation where the government feels it has tried all approach to eliminate these guys, to defeat them, and it failed? Don't you think negotiation is the best way?
Mike, God bless you. That's why I like you. I always want to be on this program, because you are not biased, and by virtue of this professionalism, that's what they call you people, the fourth estate of the realm: executive, judiciary, legislature. You know what makes you the fourth estate of the realm? Because you represent the people,
The watchdog of society.
yes. That's why they said it. Right. In the course of negotiations, there was resistance. And a certain governor came. But I know these Boko Haram people, they're in my village. They have brothers and sisters and mommy and daddy. Why is the government not going about them? Then the little one they wanted to hold, a call will come from Abuja and they will be released. But I know that everything I say here is a total lie. It's bigotry. It's conspiracy. It's okay. Go and fact check. I want to tell you that this is what Mazin Namdekano talked about. I must mention him before you get to this level. Most especially, he told Nigerians that they are coming, and they came. And Mike, do you know the funniest thing? They are still coming. You need to see what they are talking about. They are still coming. So this is not a matter of negotiation now, because oftentimes we have seen this thing collapse somewhere along the line. Yes, either the people, these people are not sincere, or they are bent on advancing that whatever they believed in. That's as simple as that. And you know. But imagine if it was the southern people that is taking arms to the north and be killing northerners. Imagine what will happen. And we have a southern president. No, Tinubu's actions is very suspicious. I must say it. Anybody, yes, my own is not correct, but yes, I must say it. It's very suspicious. There is no Odua Nation agitation died down. Is it okay now with the Yoruba Southwest? That's the question. Die down, whether it is out of whatever or that's not my business. Then the issue, instead of said no to go, yes, someone who was not charged, fined, guilty on the basis that he was agitating for Biafra. Mike, we must understand that. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is not in detention because he's advocating or agitating for Biafra. We must understand that. Then what is actually keeping him there? You came in, the Odua Nation died. Everybody, no Sunday, everybody disappeared. Everyone quiet. We saw the rising of this Odua Nation under Buhari. It's suspicious.
This brings me to another topic we have on the program today. Atiku said Tinubu's administration is full-blown dictatorship. You just mentioned
dictatorship.
Yeah. Tinubu is a dictator. Is it right? You just talked about the.
You know why? Let me tell you.
Just talked about
in the
Odua Nation.
Okay.
The agitation for Oduduwa Nation, right?
Okay.
So you said Tinubu has suppressed it.
No. The Odua Nation issue, you understand, has some ethnic coloration, or it's a man of person there. No need, but it's very wrong. It's very wrong. It's very wrong.
The emergency.
It's very wrong. It's very wrong. No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. They did it. They calm it down because
deliberately.
Yes,
the Yoruba man is on seat.
100% good. What is going to happen? Let them deny Tinubu second time ticket. Let us see what will happen. Mike, I am telling you, these are things that are very clear. Do you know why Atiku said that this guy has 10 days? And remember before now, Tinubu has been labeled an emperor.
Emperor of where?
He has tyrannic tendencies in his leadership. You know why? When Femi said the Senate is in his pocket, listen, when you say the House of Rep is in your pocket, everything is your pocket. Now you are the one that choose, but you refuse to choose one commissioner. Just one commissioner. No, these are the tendencies of what Atiku. I will follow out with Atiku because I'm waiting for him. I know Atiku's history. I'll follow out with him. But there's where I needed to be. I'm patient to know. I didn't want to get to a point where Atiku, I will now properly define him.
Is it true he has no respect for rule of law? He has weakened democratic institutions.
Mike, a lot of people. No, we are tax is too much. So by
skilled demonstrations, protests,
everything died.
Is it true?
No, since APC came, everything about Nigeria died.
Everything.
From the beginning to the end, collapsed. Like, and I don't want to go into that area. I don't want to go into that area. If you look at from where Buhari came in, Do you know what I told you? My experience in with Buhari at the hotel, when a journalist stood up and said, "Sir, what are you going to do for the Nollywood industry, film industry in Nigeria?" I want to give you an insight of who your president is or was there. He said they should go and ask Fashola that most of the movies they shoot in Nigeria, they shoot it in Lagos. As simple as that. What do you have for film industry? No, I don't know, but they shoot movie in Lagos. Yeah, go and ask Fashola. Mike, what else do you expect? Everything started going. We said, okay, let's manage 8 years. Okay, at the end of the day, my reservation against Bola Tinubu, I repeat it, I'm not his fan, and I will not be his fan, is that as a Southern president, one, Mike, I forget, he said he is progressive, he built Medeco, he fought military rule and all those things. And he was part of the he was not part. You go and meet people who were part. We were not there. He was not. He betrayed Afenifere. He destroyed Afenifere. And it's the only part Ayadebanjo, my man, that rejected him till he died. Because me, I cannot align with such. Why did Ayadebanjo embrace him? The only remaining Awois in Southwest rejected Bola Tinubu. That's why when he died, he did not see any Northerner in his house. All of them, when Edwin Clark died, everybody from the north were in Niger Delta. Mike, yes, Mike, we know everything. We understand some little things.
Are this true of or about President Bola Tinubu? Is he a dictator?
Well, definitely, you should just understand that, Mr. Mike, you are. Let me just use as an example. You know, if I find out that your leadership and your dictation, your footstep, and your character and the agenda which you are carrying, it's okay for me. You know, it's not a crime for me being loyal to you. So I think these are just a bigotry reaction from many haters of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, who felt maybe there have been a stability of peace in this very government, which the enemy and the oppositions, they are expecting that there should be a violence and there should be a division under his government, you know, which has not really come to pass. So for me, I disagree, because I will tell you that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has remained the #1 Democrat. When we talk about in Nigerian politics, you know, when we talk about a woman right advocate, a woman right activist, you know, so I call Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as a Mr. President. His leadership, if you are witnessing, if you have met him one-on-one as a person, is somebody that will allow you to express your feelings, will allow you to share your opinion. He's a leader full of listening here. He's a leader that always wants to learn. You know, you have not seen him come on the media to lash anybody, despite how he has been criticized, you know, by his haters. So a different channel. So I will tell you that the idea and the observation of the ex-Vice President Atiku, you know, it doesn't hold ground, you know. It's just looking for a means to say something and to condemn his government. So that is my own take on that. But I'll tell you, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, for me, is a true Democrat.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, please just give me a minute to quickly. Yesterday was the birthday of the First Lady of Nigeria, Ms. Tinubu. You know, we say on behalf of City Stand and the entire Nigerians and the entire Nigerian women, the entire Nigerian men, we say happy birthday to her. May her day be long, may she live in peace and harmony. God loves you. May God protect you and your family in Jesus' name. We say happy birthday to you. We love you. With my crew, Kole is also here saying happy birthday to you, First Lady. We love you. Happy birthday once more again. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome, Mr. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike. I want to say very good morning to you, and good morning to our esteemed global audience, and good morning, Nigeria. What is our business with criminals? What's our business with terrorists in the country? Why negotiating with them instead of prosecuting them? Instead of getting them arrested? Why? You see, it's a sad commentary on our nation. Rather, let me put it succinctly fine.
well is that it's a sad commentary in the sense that Nigeria has been reduced to a guinea pig by some undesirable elements in the country that are joining the gap of statehood. I mean of the state as a state actors. And also, I want to make allusion to the fact that in Nigeria, it is seemed that there is equity, but when you look at in reality, equity has taken flight, arising from the happenings in the land. Why would a nation say want to, negotiate with terrorists? Has American government negotiated with terrorists before? Or UK government that even is our colonial master? But when you see, it's an absence of the political will to deal with the hydra-headed monster called criminality in our land. And as long as we continue to play petty with this, we continue to drop in the dark. I want to believe that statehood is not for chicken-minded people. It's for people that are well-intentioned to run the affairs of the state the way it should be run, and not the other way around. And a situation where we continue to play petty. You know, on this platform, Mike, you can make allusion to this by submission. I did raise that the ruling elite, they don't really care about us, the masses. And it's playing out. I'm not a seer. I've said a countless number of times on this platform that as long as we continue to remain petty with core issues confronting Nigeria as a nation, we continue to drop in the dark. And also, I also want you to draw you back to memory lane, to what all the happenings that has been happening in our firmament. It shows that, okay, take a recent case, is what happened when Sheikh Gumi was brought back from Saudi Arabia. And up to the now, no Nigerian government has said something concerning that being repatriated back to the country. And you know Sheikh Gumi, you know his antecedents, and you know where it's coming from. Does it mean that there are some personages in this country that remain untouchable by by the state? It shows that criminality, as long as some people that we know that they have a link with all these extremists and religious fundamentalists are not being brought to book, so long we continue to move in circles, it will seem as if we are heading towards direction, but we remain stagnant on one spot.
But since the government has chosen this path, can agreement with notorious criminals or peace talks with them bring lasting peace?
I'm afraid it cannot, because as you know, whereby you continue to negotiate, then it now becomes a very heavy business in the land. You can see what is happening now. At least I've seen videos where people, all these miners, illegal miners, are mining away our resources. And all these resources are not being accounted for or being captured in our budget or in our economic plan. And a member of the All Progressive Ruling Congress did make allusion to the fact that they know them. That at one time, he was once a chairman. I'm talking in respect of Comrade Adam Oshomole. He was once at one time the chairman of All Progressive Ruling Congress. He said at a time on the national TV that he went to meet Buhari to say that if you could deploy JTF to Niger Delta to counter those people that are doing illegal oil bunkering, why can't you deploy same to those areas, Zamfara and the likes, all those areas, and do the same? It shows that in Nigeria is a classic case of animal farm, where people seems to be equal, but more and more equal than the other. Does it mean that those people remain untouchable? They cannot be held accountable or brought to book? And when we say we are running a state, I think whatever is proportionate to the other one should also be proportionate to the other region. And that is why a state is being run. That is why I continue to say that it is a hydra-headed monster that it has become a kind of that has taken a root firmly in our land.
The last question I want to ask you before you go: is there any best way to eliminating these guys, to getting rid of them? Is there any best way, any best approach the government can use to get rid of them?
There's advocate of Sharia. Can you get rid of Sharia? If you cannot get rid of Sharia, then you cannot get rid of it.
You know where they are.
You see, what they are talking about. Okay, right from the beginning, what did they say? They said they want their own caliphate. Right. They said they want their own caliphate where they will practice their own Sharia. Then sponsors from other Arab nations around the world who are interested in the resources have to empower them to advance the ideology in the whole of Nigeria. Simple. Yes, it is. Before they say, yes, but that's it. Who are financing them? Who are financing them? The world is under global conspiracy against the reality on ground. Have you seen ever, since they have been killing people in Nigeria, have you seen the United Nations react? Have you seen the ECOWAS react? Have you seen the AU react? What is the meaning of AU? AU stood for conflict resolutions. Look at it. Mike, look at it. They are gradually taking over these things on daily basis. Go and trace it. You don't know why they said there, because Saudi Arabia, bro, they have details of this Sheikh Gumi and what he has done secretly behind the scene. You can see how the whole world, nobody, UK, Australia, all of them, Nigeria itself, they come. None of this nation were able to talk about October 7th. What happened in Israel? As the genesis, thank God for somebody like Benjamin Netanyahu that tell them, let the whole world gather, that there will be no this. You want to put snake in somebody. That's what they're there to do in Nigeria. They want to put snake under, so that we'll be living with snake. At any point in time, they stand up and bite us. And Israel said no. Nigeria, not going to control pretend. But I know for truth that the only option is Aburi. Like, I'm responding to your question without any reservation. The only option, I still repeat, is Aburi. Regional governments, regionalism, or total balkanization. And that's what I'm benefiting from Nigeria that want me to stay in this. Like, no, I don't. I've not seen anyone. Out of the resources that have kept Nigeria together to today, it's coming from different land. And still, no seaport, no airport, nothing to show at all. Yeah. It's a political attack. It's purely a deliberate conquest agenda. Why is it that all the seaports in the east are not working today? Now, Ambode said, hey, the port is congested, they removed him. And telling me say they are criminals. Okay, they are not criminals, so. The only people that are criminals in this country are the Colonel Semoneba. They are the ones that are criminals.
All right, away from that, before we go this morning, there are calls that are caused by Nigerians that the incoming Inec, the Inec chairman, should be independent. You know, ADC, the African Democratic Congress, People's Democratic Party, are also calling for this. But who would decide? Sorry, who would decide the 2027 election? Is it the person that will be presiding over that institution, that's INEC, or Nigerians? Who will be deciding?
You see, it's a pity.
Because we want transparency and credibility.
It's a pity that Nigeria, as of the now, still remain docile. Because most of the things that spark revolution in other climes goes virtually unnoticed in Nigeria. And it's a sad commentary on our nation. And if we continue to treat these our so-called leaders or other rulers the way we are treating them, so long we continue to have our rights be trampled upon. A situation whereby you say INEC or INEC, whatever the semantics, and it's not independent, and it's just bearing that name, is a mockery on our collective sensibility. as a nation. You see, the only thing that can give vent to that is when the three arms of government determined to decide their duty as enshrined in position independently.
Confirm. Simple.
And anything short of that will continue to move in circles. And you know, I've said on this platform that we need electoral reforms. We need a lot of reforms, institutional reforms. Until that kind of yarn is being built in this country, then we can say we are heading somewhere. Absence of that is like we'll continue to move in circles. For us to have a credible, transparent, and fair election, we must have on board thoroughly seen independent national electoral body that can superintend every elections in Nigeria. Take for instance, case in point, look in this recent past, all the states that conducted elections in their various states, using the state electoral body to conduct the elections, they never lost out. Because it's like you have been given a plate to go and take meat in the pot of soup. You will cut the best meat to yourself. That is what happened. And is that how democracy is being played in civilized crowd? To me, I will make a kind of a proposition to whosoever cares to listen that let the state electoral body be subsumed to the Inec one, and let Inec be the one who conduct from the local government election to the apex plane. Then we will say, okay, we are moving somewhere.
And can we have the law that can stop the president from appointing an INEC chairman?
Yes, we can. I have just given an
part of the reform we're talking
yes,
about.
that's part of the reform I have just said. I've just mentioned here. I said we need electoral reforms. And again, what are the body of benchers doing? If we really want to make this, then I think anybody that should be thrown up to that seat should come from the legal background that knows what the law says and how to apply it. And by doing so, we'll be going somewhere. And that's how it's supposed to be.
All right, appointment of NHM by president.
Mike, if you go by the word integrity means when you are doing something that is right, nobody is watching you, nobody is monitoring you, nobody, but you inside your heart, cautiously, you want to do what is right without being under any influence. That is what they call integrity, and that is what we need.
All right, thank you so much, music. Thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Oluwawa, we need to go. You came late.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to end the program now. But Jack, I'm supposed to end the program.
I'm here since. I'm here since.
All right.
Yes. Good morning.
Can it bring peace back to Nigeria? Negotiating with bandits.
You see, there is a language in negotiating. When they are failed, they not negotiate because they can't do what they say they will do. And it's like you take A or B. For them to kill us, finish, let them negotiate. But we know that come 2027, they will not be there anymore because they are not capable. When somebody is not capable, they are invading your home, and you are not negotiating with the criminal, say, please help me, don't come again. What do you want? Someone will say, okay, I want to a man. And the next 3-4 days, they will come again. So why in the first place negotiating? That means the oath that they swear to protect life and property, it was a fraudster hook. They make language to believe, and now we can see the reality on ground. See, they lost the glory. Let me be frank, the president from A to Z, they are nowhere to be found. They are afraid of the situation. See, you can't just come from nowhere and say, it is my turn. You know there are things on ground. You have to step on them, smash them. See, someone like Gumi, they say it was repatriated from Saudi. No gaining entrance to enter because of all the atrocity in here. But what about here? They are worshiping him like a tiny god. See, we have to change the narrative, and I believe Nigeria will change it in 2027.
Can the negotiation bring any fruitful results?
Well, good morning, good morning, yes, good afternoon. May God be with you people. Well, let me say, bandits are federal government. Federal government are bandits. Why do I say so? What is happening in Southeast
they call them as terrorists, bring them. And what is happening in the north, they don't call them anything. They take them as holy people, killing people, going to church, kill people in the church, kill people in school, kill people in mosques. In Niger Delta, have they go to church and kill people? Have them go to mosque and kill people? Have them go to market and kill people? No. What they are asking, their own resources, government should do something on them. Bandits, what is their own resources? Yes, they have resources and they are controlled by themselves, not federal. Mineral gold and other resources, but when they control it, they call it in the name of bandits to protect it. Where federal government of Nigeria will not lay their hand and take resources from there. But in Niger Delta, they are laying their hands, taking oil anyhow they want, making money anyhow they want. But in granite, in gold, in other resources in the north, it is personal, not for federal government. That's why I've said that bandits are federal government. Federal government are bandits. They know themselves. They know what they're doing. If Ahmad Tinubu can stand up today, say no more, it must stop, it will stop. But do you have the power to stop them? Or is afraid of them?
Are they bigger than the country? Right? The bandits, are they bigger than the country?
This is like what a retired general said there before, said that the bandits are within the government. Let's be frank with ourselves. Without the government involved in their atrocity, they can't be in that kind of authoritative language. Because see, it's like they chop Nigeria every time they want to chop Nigeria. Can you imagine every day we hearing of death 20, 25, 30, and there is a government on the ground? See, this is like the government compromise with them. See, making peace is just a language of no return. See, let us come together. That's what I'm saying. Let us push them out of the corridor of power. Let us see, bring the society that have the benefit of Nigeria, the clearness of Nigeria. Because those people don't care about us. They care about their life and their future, and which is very wrong. Because they are wrong. We can't continue to be in this situation. So we have to eliminate them. For bandits, they are killers.
All right, thank you so much.
Right? God bless you.
What I know that can end it is on the road to New Biafra. That what
On the road to New.
All right, thank you so much. The viewers across the globe, we appreciate your presence this morning. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, we'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow, that's Tuesday. All right, please stay safe and have a great day.